Good evening and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. Tonight I'm going to talk about Facebook. Lately I've been saying all that Facebook is worthwhile doing is posting pictures of your dog or food pictures. This is because they started censoring certain voices and the news is not reliable. I believe they're losing customers. For me, Facebook is not fun anymore. I've been going over to Pinterest and Reddit and having more fun there. I believe Facebook will hit some headwinds in the next 3 years. And even at their earnings report this week, they said that their growth would not be as strong as it has been in the past. People are not staying at home as much. They're going back to work. And so they might not be using Facebook as much. And I believe the young people are abandoning Facebook and going over to TikTok and Instagram. I don't think advertisers will like that. And I've lost trust in Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO. For all these reasons, I'm very negative on Facebook. Let's take a look at the chart. But before we do, I want to remind you that we're an education channel here at Stock Planner, and we share ideas. No one's offering advice. Do your own due diligence, take your own responsibility, and learn it. Learn it. Once you learn it, you'll make a lot of money. Let's take a look at the chart of Facebook. Well, you can see that most of this year, Facebook has been on a steady tear up. I believe that Facebook will be around for the next decade and be a strong player in the next decade. But even their managers said the next few months, they're going to hit some headwinds. Scaling out a bit, we are swing traders, and Facebook is just not swinging much. The zigzag indicator doesn't know what it's doing at the moment, and it looks like it's going down. So there might be a regime change. It might not be, because the zigzag always looks to the future to be able to make this print. So our indicators, this is earnings here, and also it's an area where the RSI 4 dropped below the 30, the 70, dropped below the 70, and that's a sign that there's a reversal. The stochastic RSI also came around its 80 and dropped below. And a day or two later, we have the MACD crossed slightly above the zero line. All these are negative indicators for a downtrend. RSI above, and we had a small downtrend lasting about 12 days. RSI below the 30, and we had an uptrend. RSI came around, and we might have a downtrend. Now you have to ask yourself, is it going to get here before it gets here? Is it going to get here before it gets here? Or is it going to get to the 50% retracement before it gets here? This is 380. That looks like the top of the game. And 315 is our 50% retracement. So I'm thinking it's going down based on the technical indicators. As you know, being a swing trader, we rely 75% on the technicals and then about 25% the fundamentals. In other words, I believe that the chart patterns, probabilities, indicators can help you, guide you for your trading decisions. But also you need to know what you're trading. Let's take a quick look and see what the analysts have to say about Facebook in order to confirm our downward headwinds type theory. And then we'll look at a possible trade to do Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Looking at FinViz, you can see a channel upward, and based on that channel, it could come down and bounce back and go back up. But I think it's coming down to 315, somewhere in here. FinViz has the target price of 386, currently trading at 356, the $30 pop to the upside. This company, as we know, is very profitable and has a good forward PE. It's optional, it's shortable, and it has some value. Earnings were just reported. They were outstanding with some guidance that the growth is not going to be as strong in future quarters. Wells Fargo has it overweighted. Truist in the buy. Well, all these companies have beat their expected earnings, including Facebook and Pinterest. But both of those social media platforms have dropped since their report. Looking on TipRanks, they have a target of 416 with 30 analysts reporting or following it, and they have a strong buy. 10 out of 10 in their ranking, all green. This is a happy stock. Everybody loves it. And the chart looks good. Next earning date is November 2nd. Looking at Simply Wall Street, Facebook, they say, according to their calculation for fair value, that is 23.5% undervalued. It still has a ways to go. And they have a target of 465. They're more optimistic. Facebook has been warning investors every other quarter so that they shouldn't expect the same high growth rate moving forward. So it could happen that they could grow like they have been, or they could be telling the truth and they're going to be slowed up. Facebook, the performance from Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Oculus, it's 3D, virtual reality, has been good. This analyst here remains bullish overall. I am as well, but I just think from now to October, we're not going to be trading higher than we are today. We're going to be trading lower. Repeating, I don't think we're going to be trading at this level for Facebook by October. I think we'll be trading somewhere lower. And it's very possible over the next 2 to 3 months that we'll reach this 0.5%, 50% retracement. We're due for a retracement in Facebook. So, as you can see, Simply Wall Street, TipRanks, FinViz are all saying Facebook is going to be up in here in the next year. And it's possible, but I think it's going to pull back to the 50% level and then go back up over the next 2 years. So if I believe this, I can short the stock, and this is expensive stock to short, or I can use options. Let's see what it looks like. 380 is the top of the game, and I wanted to go to 315. Okay, I'm starting to use this tool from OptionStrat, and I want to implement a strategy that's negative, and that's going to be a bear call spread. And Facebook, currently trading at 355. Let's move this to 385 and 380, and we get a net credit. This is August. Let's move this out to October. Get a net credit of 138 for a $500 margin hold. Our max loss is 362. I guess that's about a third of the width, a little less, but I'm not going to hold this to October. I'm expecting to go down in the next week or two. Currently trading at 356. This is a relatively safe trade, and I think I want to get more credit. So I'm going to bring this down to 365 and 370. $5 difference, keeping my $500 margin hold, and now my credit came up to $300, and my max loss. I like this better. It gives me a lot of options. Now, if this stock comes down to, there's 315, 330 in the next 10 or 15 days, 5, 10, 11, 12, 330, or any time in any one of these, 352, any one of those in the next 12 days. If it goes down, I can take profit. If it goes up from here, I need to eat my losses in the next 10 days and get out. So this is a 10 or 12 day play, unless everything is going right, and then I'll hold it to the end, but I want to get out earlier. Does this look like something you want to do? Is this too much risk? We could put it back to 380, which is the top of the game, but I brought it down lower because I think it's going down. In fact, this next 2 weeks, I think the whole market's going down. These evictions, these housing evictions, are starting Monday. They claim it's going to be about 2 million people affected it. But in 2008, when you had the housing bubble there, it was 10 million people. This could be some serious stuff, and that's going to have a lot of effect on the economy and the market. This play, we want to stay below 367. That's our break-even. Max loss is 200, and the net credit is 295, which we could get if we hold it to the end. 367 is right about there. Long as the stock price stays below that, I'm going to have a winner. October 15th or 20th, I can't remember exactly. And I'm going for around $100 and putting 500 of my dollars on a margin hold. Excuse me. This way, I have a lot of ways to win, and I can get into Facebook, which seems very popular these days. Lots of options being written on it. Lots of interest. Everybody wants to own Facebook. Let me know what you think about this trade. Please like and subscribe. Remember, this is not a trade recommendation. This is what I'm going to do. You do your own thing. But I would like to hear what you think about it. Like and subscribe and catch you in the flip. Happy trading. I like what I do, and my trading is getting better.